It's real. This is long, and I don't have a lot of breath, so thanks for being patient. I'm going to read this. To the residents of North Plains, to my fellow council members, and to all those who have walked beside me in this fight for our future. I am stepping down from my role as mayor of North Plains, effective today, because of a charter rule that prevents elected officials from remaining in office if they are away from the city for more than 60 days. I have been hospitalized and seriously ill, receiving critical medical care out of town. While I had hoped to continue serving through recovery, the charter doesn't allow it, even under these circumstances. And the truth is, I'm not well enough right now to continue. My focus must be on healing and trying to get better. This is not how I wanted my time as mayor to end. But the truth is, I gave this my all, and I would still be giving it everything I have if my body would let me. I did not back down. I am not backing down. I am simply passing the torch, because the fight for North Plains is not over. Key decisions and open questions will decide what path we take, who will be appointed to replace me as mayor, how the open council seat will be filled, and whether council will finally make room for fresh faces, new voices, and broader community participation, not just in elected office, but across boards and commissions where the same few people have held influence for far too long. How can the city claim to be accountable to taxpayers when it hasn't completed an audit in 3 years? Whether the UGB relook process will be used to push forward the same harmful expansion, repackaged and rerouted through back channels against everything this community has fought for. These choices demand immediate public attention and ethical leadership from the council. The community deserves better than it has received in the past. And now more than ever, you must hold the line. What happens next is essential. My replacement as mayor must be someone who respects the will of the voters, not someone installed to undo it. The open council seat must be filled through a transparent process with community input, not backroom deals. City staff and elected officials must be accountable, not just to rules or agendas, but to the people. City councilors must honor the voices of the residents who entrusted you with this role and ensure that your decisions reflect the community's values, priorities, and input. And most of all, you, the residents of North Plains, must keep showing up. Use your voice now and keep using it. In just 6 months, we've already proven what can happen when people lead with heart and integrity. Together, we passed a stronger, community-centered budget based on newly defined pillars that better reflect our values. We shifted focus back to investing in the city itself, not just making room for outside developers. We brought forward new transparency, rebalanced spending, and began restoring trust. That progress belongs to all of us. But we can't stop now. The future of North Plains is still being decided. And if we don't hold the line, whoever shows up next will determine whether the future reflects the people's will or the interests of a few. We, this community, have spoken clearly and repeatedly. Twice. Voters stood up against a plan to double the size of our city with 855 acres of developer-driven expansion. And twice, they said no. In the referendum, 72% of voters rejected the expansion, a historic margin and a clear mandate. That overwhelming result wasn't just a ballot outcome, it was a declaration of values, a stand for livability, for farmland, for small town identity, and for a future shaped by the people who actually live here. And the people showed up. Turnout in that mid-year election beat the county average significantly. That kind of participation is rare, and it's proof that this is the issue North Plains residents care about most. People are paying attention, and they're angry about being misled, about wasted tax dollars, and about decisions made behind closed doors. That frustration showed up again when I won the mayoral election by a large margin over a more experienced candidate, because voters wanted real change, and they were ready to fight for it. I've been your mayor. I've also been a volunteer, our school PTO president, a community advocate, and just a regular mom who wanted to help. But this has always been a team effort. Everything we've accomplished has been made possible by the most incredible grassroots movement and the most talented, committed group of people I have ever been privileged to know. It's because of you, neighbors, volunteers, advocates, friends, that we've come this far. I've carried this as far as I can. Now I need you to keep going. Not because this fight was mine, but because it's ours. It belongs to everyone who loves this town and believes that it can thrive without selling out its soul. With gratitude, with pride, and with fierce hope for what comes next. Ariel Goodwin, Mayor, City of North Plains. I love you guys. Thanks for everything.